Hello viewers, welcome to Happy Sports and Entertainment TV. We are back again. This is the weekend preview. CBN, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
CBN, we have seen what really played out right there in the Champions League and how we saw teams, even mostly, at least Arsenal, only Arsenal in English team is the one that progressed to semi-finals. Others, they're back home. I think Liverpool lost to PSG. We expected that because what really played out right in the first leg, like you mentioned, it's not going to be easy for Liverpool. Yeah. So, as it stands now, we will have tomorrow Brentford be hosting Fulham. How are you seeing this game, and what's your prediction?
I think I'll give it to Fulham.
It's a tough game.
Yeah,
it's a London derby.
It's going to be very tough. Yes, it's going to be very tough. But I think I'll give it to Fulham, considering their form. Even though they've not really been up there,
okay.
The way they played, I think in the middle of the season,
okay.
But I think they've tried to do good things so far in the season. So,
okay.
But then Brentford, they are playing at home, so you cannot really take away that fact from them.
Definitely.
So it's not going to be an easy game.
Okay,
it's going to be very tough.
Yeah.
I think both teams, they have wonderful players. Brentford has Igor Thiago, who has been scoring goals for fun. I mean, he has created a record of the most goals in Premier League. I mean, if you look at the way they've been going, you understand why they are pushing for European competition. So it's not going to be an easy game at the end of the day. But I think I'll say Fulham, 2-1 Fulham.
2-1 Fulham. Okay. Newcastle will be hosting Bournemouth. Another tough one. Newcastle lost the last match in the Premier League. Now, Bournemouth, who are in form, now they will go to Newcastle. How I see this game?
Yeah, they're really informed.
Bournemouth, they beat Arsenal. At least if they do that thing, even the match before Arsenal game, I think they won that game or they drew. So I think they've been doing so well.
Okay, but then Newcastle on their own side, they've not really been.
That's why, yeah. Okay, so, but at least they lost their last game. We let judge by their last game.
Well, if you judge by the last game, then we can actually give it to Bournemouth, because what they did against Arsenal it was
man blowing.
Seriously, because nobody gave them a chance. Definitely. So it's going to be very tough.
And the Newcastle on their own might relax on their laurels, thinking that okay, since we are home, we're going to do this. But if they can be able to go back and look at Arsenal,
I don't think Newcastle would be relaxed, because
they lost the last.
And Bournemouth went to Arsenal.
Yeah,
beat Arsenal,
and they're coming to home.
So they're coming to your home.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful. So it's going to be very tough. But I'll give it to Newcastle 2-1 as well.
Okay, CBN now another game. This one will be home for, and it's against his former club. You know, in the person of former Brighton manager Martinez. I'm sorry. What is his name? I think Tottenham will be hosting Brighton, and the current Tottenham manager, who has already managed Brighton before, will now be hosting.
I think they got Tudor.
Not really got Tudor.
For Tottenham.
Tottenham. Now, the moment they got to have been sacked. They just got new manager now.
Yeah. That's true.
I think I'll get his name. Go on. We're going to discuss Tottenham Brighton. How are you seeing this? How are you seeing this game?
Tottenham is a team on going down the drain right now. They have underperformed so badly in all angles in the Premier League this season.
Yeah,
and I think the mistake was done the day they decided to sack Ange Postecoglou.
You have been mentioning this. You have been
exactly,
and you are very right, because the way it has been the way he's the one that understood the team, and he won a trophy with this club.
Exactly, they are fighting to get out of the relegation zone right now. If care is not taken, they'll be relegated.
Yes,
and it's going to be a calamity of a calamitous situation for the club, the board, and the fans and everybody, because they are going to lose a lot.
Okay,
they'll lose a lot of money. They'll lose a lot of players, and it's always very difficult to come back from that sort of situation.
Okay,
so it's going to be very tough.
So now
against Brighton, it's going to be very
okay.
hard.
Now Roberto De Zerbi, who is now Tottenham manager, will be hosting Brighton. Now, how are you seeing this game? Because as it stands, De Zerbi, for him, he molded Brighton the way they have
Brighton,
been playing, and now in fact these guys have been doing so well. Even under the new
I think
young manager.
he took over from Graham Potter.
Yeah.
So I think he's an opportunity for them. He knows the club very well.
Definitely.
He knows some of the players.
But Tottenham lost their last game.
That's the point.
I guess Nottingham Forest.
That's the point. It's a very risky situation right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Where they are at the moment is very risky, because if anything other than a win right now, it cements that the fear of everybody,
Definitely.
whether you're a neutral or the fans.
Yeah.
It actually gives you the idea that this might actually be the case at the end of the season. They might actually be going down to the championship.
Okay.
So I think they really need the 3 points right now, and if Roberto De Zerbi can do that, I think he will be celebrated if he can actually save Tottenham Hotspur from getting relegated right now.
Your prediction?
It's a very tough one, but I'm actually sorry to say, but I'll give it to Brighton.
Definitely. There's nobody that will not give it to Brighton.
I don't see Tottenham winning.
They're not in form at the moment. They're not in form.
I'll give it to Brighton 1-0, 2-1.
Okay, Nottingham Forest Burnley. They won yesterday by beating FC Porto right there in the Europa League. Now, how are you seeing the Premier on Sunday, them facing Burnley?
I think they'll be very much motivated after that win yesterday against FC Porto, and then going to the semi-finals where they'll meet Aston Villa. It's actually a morale booster for them, and I think for once the owner will be a proud man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know, he's such an individual that his emotion is always running high. So for him to see the team beat FC Porto and get to the semi-finals, I think it's a good one. So I think they should be able to carry that into the Premier League and beat Burnley.
Okay,
I'll say 2-2 or 2-1 for Nottingham Forest.
Okay,
Aston Villa Sunderland. It's another tough game.
Definitely
it's another tough encounter.
It's because Sunderland doesn't know whether they are playing home or they are away.
Yes, and again, Aston Villa, in as much as they actually qualified for the semi-finals as well in the Europa League, in the Premier League, they've not really been getting the results they needed. If not that other teams behind them have not really been performing as well. I don't think that's Aston Villa.
But they went to Nottingham Forest last week and then they got a draw.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point we're making.
Yeah, but
if you are third or fourth in the Premier League table and you're meeting somebody who is around 15, 16, 17, you should be able to beat the person. Do you understand? So if you get a draw there, it's not really a good point. It's not really a good outing for you, because you need to win games like that. If you don't beat somebody down there, who else do you expect to beat? So, but I think the game is going to be very tough for them. But at the end of the day, I see Tottenham, Aston Villa coming out on top. Maybe 1-0.
1-0. Then finally, Palace will be hosting West Ham at Monday Night Football. How are you seeing this game?
Well, Crystal Palace again, they are another team that have qualified for the semi-finals as well in their own European competition. So it's a morale booster for them as well in that capacity. And then for them meeting West Ham, I think it's going to be normally it's always a difficult game when you meet London teams that way, especially a West Ham team who have picked up a little bit, who are trying to do something in recent times. And Crystal Palace on the other side, I think they've really improved. They've actually dealt with the loss of Ebere Chieze and the likes of them so well. And I think they are going to try to get the whole 3 points against West Ham. So it's probably going to we're probably going to see a lot of goals in the game. So I'll just give 3-1 not Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, because also West Ham also fighting to be up.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see how it goes. Viewers, this will come to the end of what to expect in all these matches we have rolled out, and we'll be back to discuss others. Thank you for staying with us, and definitely we'll be back.